Welcome back, 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 welcome back to Gamemode 4D, everyone. We are back for another episode on the server. I'm just dying to get on here at the moment. It's been so long since I've had a chance just to sit down and play on the server. What have we got here? I just moved in nearby. Here's some wood. Hopefully I'm not intruding on your area. From Dub the Narwhales. Also, you can use my wheat farm to replant. Well, thank you very much. That's very nice of you. What have we got in here? Oh, lots of oak planks. That's surely going to be very helpful. Thank you very much. I think those signs have been there for a while. Yes, they have. So yes, welcome back, everyone. Oh my goodness. Tick-tock goes the clock. From Shadow. That's very disconcerting, and that was their last time. Right, so this episode, what I really want to do is just head straight down into the mining dimensions and just do a crazy bunch of mining and resource gathering, because it's really been too long since I just did that. Hello. And I feel like we are really lacking behind on just about everything on the server, so I think it's about time we change that and actually gather up some resources. And by resources, I mean not only iron and diamonds, if we can find any diamonds, but iron and coal and all that, but just stones in general, stones and ores and anything we can just about find, because we really are lacking on most things. So I'm going to go grab some gear and put a little kit together to head down into the lower dimensions. It's a shame we can't use this thing here yet because it's still not operational, but I will talk to you guys all a little bit about my future plans with Gamemode 4D later on in this episode. But for now, like I said, I'm going to go put a little kit together, probably grab one of these shulker boxes, and then we will head straight on down. There we go, so all armoured up. I decided to go full armour. It does give me a bit of slowness, but I'm not too concerned about that. Grab some basic blocks, ladders, just in case, never know them, but handy, some iron, a bunch of shulker boxes, plenty of torches, a very minimal amount of food, but that's honestly all I have. My super pickaxe that I was given. Hopefully I won't die. I haven't died yet, but in all fairness, I haven't been on enough to even, like, come across the opportunity to die. So we'll see how we go. I should be able to use my new entry point actually, because I did have that one over there that we originally started with, but I did dig the actual tunnel down here to go down to the bottom. I even put water down there. I forgot I did that. So if we run on down here and run, eventually there will be a proper staircase and everything, hopefully. And we stand here. This should take us to the caverns or caves. I can't exactly remember what they were officially called. There we go. Wait for the resource pack to load in. There we go. Right. Long time ago it was when I was last here, but we need a way down, and I can't recall if I ever actually made a proper way down or not. Oh, and we're right at the top, of course. Or should I go back to town and use like the Bifrost system? You know what, I think that's going to be a lot easier, but probably a lot harder to find resources. No, I think I might just go with what we have here, but I do need to find an easier way down, so I'm thinking I'll just do a little staircase somewhere, but at the moment I'm not too sure where that will be. I'm also going to grab some of these blocks. I don't really need an axe, I'm not sure why I brought it. Let's just use these vines for the meantime. Also, I need to kind of like keep note of where I actually am so that we have a way to get back to our original base, or at least an easier way. That looks like a hive of activity, and if I'm not mistaken, that ladder does continue down. Let's just go utilize that ladder. So I'm going to pour this water down first, and then jump and swim. Oh, but let's not fall over the edge. Oh, I didn't plan that as accurately as I would have hoped. Oh my goodness, we're gonna fall. Oh gosh, has it reached the bottom yet? It's so dark I can't see. It has. Let's just go for it. Oh, and there's a zombie. Hello. There's a couple of zombies actually. I should turn my brightness up. Actually, I might just get a little bit of distance and turn my brightness up so you can see what exactly I'm doing. There we go. Didn't really help much. Oh, there's skeletons and everything here. Okay, this place is just already dangerous. Okay, so if I'm not mistaken, from what I remember last time, if we go right down to the very bottom and down to the lower caves dimension, we should still be able to find iron and all that in that dimension, which I think might be better off to do. Whoop, there we go. Let's grab onto the ladder before something kills us, which will probably be full damage. There we go. Okay. So if we go from here, I don't know if, I hope this is a safe location. If it's not, I'm going to be quite upset. Thank goodness for that. Okay. And that looks like it goes all the way further down. So we should be, yep, right at the top of the world. So this is Caverns 2, and already there are some resources. Let's go grab that, some gold. Gold's always good. If we get enough gold, we should be able to make a notch apple, and then we can make my banner, which would be beneficial. Ow! So ideally, I just want to kind of... You're going real quick. I want to get as many resources as such as I can. Ow. He seems to be shooting me no matter what I do. Hang on, we've got to play his game here. Nice. Right, so I'm going to run around, do a little bit of mining, and we'll see what we can gather up. I do have my shulker boxes, so we can throw all the resources in there. I do want to try and grab a bit of stone and such too. Does this have silk touch? No, so it didn't grab cobblestone. That's alright by me. But I'm desperately needing like all sorts of resources, so anything that we can get will be good in all fairness. So I'm just going to run around. Lots of redstone. Probably don't need much redstone, so I might try and avoid it and just focus on things like coal and iron. Actually, I think I better future-proof this. I'm going to head back to the very top of... Oh no. Oh, where are we? I'm headed back to the very top of Upper Caves and make a ladder to get from our spawn location all the way back. Oh no, where are we? Oh no. Oh, thank goodness for that. Okay, so I'm going to head all the way back, hopefully to our base, and then from there I'm going to dig a huge ladder system for us to personally use. I didn't bring any rails. I could craft some rails though. I'm going to craft some rails because I'm not climbing up this thing manually. And then, yeah, so I'm going to dig it, basically make our own ladder system like this. Fortunately, we were given lots and lots of wood from the narwhals. I can't remember exactly what the username was, but yes, thank you to them. So we can use all that wood, utilize that to actually make a whole lot of ladders, because we're going to need a whole lot of ladders indeed. Now, rails, you make them like that. Cool. So, how do we get on there without actually messing it up for the people? That's the question, isn't it? We go from the bottom. Why did that take me so hard to think about? What did I leave up there? Just the crafting table, I believe. Yep, that can stay. Ouch. Okay. Onwards and upwards. Okay, so I have about 9 stacks of ladders in these shulker boxes. This is our original spawning point in from when we come in from our overworld location, and what I'm going to do is start the ladders over here, dig them down to a somewhat reasonable point, and then make a little station, then flip around to the other side and continue digging down. So every so often we'll have a little station where we can actually get off and change around from there. Hopefully this will work, and hopefully it'll make sense. I'm not sure if it will. I'm quite terrified, to be perfectly honest. But we'll see how it goes. Anyway, I'm going to get down digging. It might take me a little while to get down to the very bottom, and then we have to do the thing all over again in the other dimension. My pickaxe may take a bit of durability out of this, but it does have Unbreaking 3 and it is nearly fully repaired. We'll see how we go. Hopefully I won't die tremendously, but we can only wish. So that's the first little section done. This really just leads down to the quote-unquote surface level of the Upper Caves dimension here. I haven't put water or anything, so it's kind of a bit of a pitfall. I wouldn't mind making it a bit safer eventually, and I'll probably end up making it like our intended plan. Oh, there's so many mobs. Ah! This skeleton was causing so much trouble before. I was trying to place all the ladders, and it keeps shooting me off. I can hear a witch. Oh, and there's a creeper. Come on. This place is just an absolute nightmare. Oh my gosh. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is flip around to this side and pretty much just keep digging down here and try not to be killed by anything. Oh my goodness. Okay, so this hopefully will just go straight down to the bottom of the caves dimension, and from there we will then be able to change dimensions to the lower caves dimension, and then dig another massive ladder right down to the bottom of that dimension. So it's going to be a bit of a digging experience, but hopefully everything will go according to plan and nothing will drop down and kill me, or I won't drop down and be killed. So, quick little recap. I have done all the ladders and all that, and dug down the shafts to the very bottom of the upper caves dimension. And then I came back up and was being chased around by Maras, also known as 59. And I thought I evaded him, but apparently not, and now I am stuck in this little room, which should be just on the other side of my staircase. It is fantastic. And there is a chest here that I'm afraid to open. It's not a trap chest or anything, which is a promising sign, but what have we got? Ooh, it's a joyful surprise. We've got shulker shells, emeralds, and a rock Sanchez. He turned himself into a rock because he could. Where does that even come from? Like, I get the reference, but in terms of where the actual rock has come from, where did Maras get that? Wow, that is great. Okay, thank you very much. It's not a nasty surprise at all. So welcome to the bottom of the world. So this is the very bottom of a upper caves, and as you can see, I've finished all the ladders and all the tunnels, and I've even put water. Oops. Thank you very much. And actually I need to change this out to a sign. There we go. So I've put water down so when you can jump straight down, assuming you don't hit any of the sides, which I have done before, you'll splash into the water and won't take full damage. Hopefully. But anyway, so we can now ride this all the way up to the top. So at the very bottom, we can actually ride it all the way up to the very top. It's not very scenic at the moment. Hopefully I can actually make it look a bit nice and be a lot safer, because there are mobs just absolutely everywhere. And if we ride all the way up here, this takes us to a little station up here. Break the minecart, come around the other side, pop it down there. There we go. And then we can continue riding up. So that's just a little cave station. I believe the next one up here is up at kind of the quote-unquote surface of upper caves, which kind of gives you a bit more accessibility to get around places. I think if I have done everything correct, which it looks like I may have. Yeah, so this is the upper caves. You can see the dark, gloomy, endless night of upper caves. And then this one here is our final little stretch that takes us right up to the top of the world, where we can then change dimensions back to the overworld. Oh, there's a spider down there. Very spooky place. You never know what's quite going to get you. But anyway, so yes, this now gives us easy accessibility all through upper caves, and eventually I will hopefully have this all done with lower caves as well. What are those skeletons standing on? Oh, there's a little like peninsula coming out of there. I thought it was just floating. But anyway, so this is our kind of access point. Good job. Good job. Okay, but anyway, yes, I want to head straight down and go do some mining around those cave areas that I found and made that little station at, and then possibly head even further down to the lower caves dimension, which I'm a bit more cautious to do, as it's somewhere I haven't explored overly much except for one live stream I did. Anyway, gonna head down there and do a bit of mining, and hopefully we can actually get a decent chunk of resources. Actually, I don't use that. I just gotta walk right off the edge and hopefully not die. Oh gosh, my heart skipped a beat. Anyway, I will see you guys in just a bit. So just while you're enjoying a little bit of a mini time lapse of me doing some mining, I quickly want to talk about what has been happening and what is happening with this series. So essentially, as you guys might be aware, I have been working so much recently, and I've gone over those in channel updates and all that nonsense before. But I've finally managed to sort out a new roster at work and new shifts that I will be doing at work. And what I'm going to be doing is having basically 4 days on, 3 days off. So I will have Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, my time off, which is finally going to allow me to execute a plan that I've been trying to figure out for a little while now with Gamemode 4, in a way that I can make it a bit easier for me to play and make progress while also recording and having that interaction with you guys. So you may have been seeing this all on Twitter as it's been kind of developing and all that. But essentially what I'm going to be doing is my initial plan at the moment, and I'll have a proper announcement about this when I actually get it sorted out. But come July, what will be happening is, hopefully, if everything goes to plan, possibly once a week or every second week, I'm not too sure yet, but hopefully every so often, on a Sunday night UTC time, I will be live streaming on the server, and from that live stream I will then edit a episode. So hopefully what this will mean is that I will be able to have more frequent, more progressive, and better interaction with making videos and streaming as well, because I love streaming, but I never really had anything sorted out for regularity in that. This is pretty ambitious, because every time I try to figure something out and think I've got it all sorted, I usually go back on that and nothing ends up happening. And I mean, it might be temporary, it might be long term. I'm hoping it can be long term, but things are pretty unpredictable at the moment with how things are kind of going real life sense. And Gamemode 4 has always kind of been at the center, well, not necessarily, let me rephrase that. Gamemode 4 has kind of always been influenced by things in real life. Like if you look at how rough this kind of season has been, or this series has been, with just due to lack of time to make videos, and how we had that kind of bit of a clash with last season, and I had to kind of sacrifice a bit there. But hopefully what this will mean is that I can finally, keep that series going, keep it going to an extent that's still going to produce regular content and keep that interaction up. Because at the end of the day, I just want to play on the server, and I think by live streaming I'll be able to play on the server just a bit more casually, get more community feedback and interaction, because there's so much that I can't follow with what happens on the server, as well as still producing regular episodes. And I'm going to be trialing this with both Gamemode 4 and possibly some way with Existence. But really what I've been waiting for, and it's taken about 2 or 3 months to finally get sorted at work, which is so ridiculous, but they finally got it sorted and have produced the new roster that will allow me to have that Sunday, Monday, Tuesday off. That way I can dedicate, I think, what will be the best time, which is Monday morning for me, or Sunday night for UTC time. UTC plus 0, that is, so that's basically the morning for the kind of European area. Find out your time as you can from there. I'll have better kind of conversions, but that'll be the best time, I think, for people to be able to make the streams and kind of interact with me and help me out and tell me how to do things and what is, and because I mean there's still so much that I just don't know about the server. But essentially that is my plan. That should hopefully start early July. I'll have a better, more in-depth kind of announcement about that as I figure it out. But anyway, guys, thank you so much for all your support. Back to the episode, and yeah, hopefully things will work out in July. And as the sun is rising, we're back in the overworld. I swear it's nighttime every single time I am here and every time I try to record, but luckily Silver is online and slept through the night, so thank you very much, Silver. Alright, so, as you saw in that little time lapse and that little discussion about the future of this series, hopefully things are going to be good, and I'm really hoping that I can execute my plans well. But anyhow, where are we up to? We've got a bit of decent resources. I needed to come back up because I actually completely ran out of torches, and I used all the wood for the hundreds of ladders that we built, so that kind of threw that plan off a little bit. But we've got some decent, got a fair bit of redstone, a little bit of gold, I'll throw that in there, might as well. Definitely wanted to get more than what I did get. I really didn't get any resources, but I got a lot of andesite and gravel, and I'm pretty happy with that because I know that I needed a lot of those just for general kind of resources and such. So, overly not the best mining trip, but I mean we got a decent chunk of stuff, but I did run out of torches, and I was going to head back down, but then I looked at the length of this episode and I figured that I might just round things up here. But first of all, I wanted to, here we go, loot voucher. We got another loot voucher for Public Server 3 staff. I still have the ones down here from last time. I promise I'm going to sort these out soon. I'm going to make a little trading card area, but let's throw this one on the ground and see what we get. Wow, that's loud every time. See what we get this month. Hopefully it'll be something cool. There we go. Sparkle, sparkle. We got a John Pot, a Mr. Coca-Cola, Torbles, Moonman, Dat, Crazy Man, Cat, Dr. Awesome, and Mr. Lou. Awesome! So we got some decent ones here. Lovely, look at that. Who made these again? Sheepy. Sheepy, 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 sheepy. Love it. Right, they can just sit there for now. I will successfully store them somewhere very soon. I might even do it after I've finished recording here. Oh, there's a llama with a chest up there and carpet on it. I noticed that actually there was a few llamas around with carpets on them. Not sure what's going on. I did also notice that just around the corner here there's been some development. Somebody is building up a rather big structure around there. That's alright though, it's not quite on my land. I think I need to do a little bit more definition there. But anyway guys, this has been a fun episode to record. It feels good again to be on and be recording an episode a bit more casually and not so, forced to get an episode out. I'm happy just to be back and playing again, and hopefully, as I've talked about before, we will actually be able to get a bit more regular content. But yes, thank you guys all so much with all your support over the years with Gamemode 4. It really does mean the world to me, and I know I say it all the time, but I really do mean it. So thank you guys for watching. I shall catch you all next time.